Dear ladies and gentlemen, greetings. We'll continue our working day, and I will speak about operational information as that to security in Ukraine and activity of SMS. So OSCE, I will have Alexander Hook, Deputy Chief of Special Monitoring Mission OSCE. The briefing will be in English. If you need translation, you can take the devices in the end of the hall. Mr. Hook, you are invited.
Good afternoon. Since I spoke to you last time in this very room, the OSCE Special Monitoring Mission faced two separate targeted security incidents that have placed our monitors in harm's way. In an incident on Sunday in Shastia, to the north of Luhansk, a 5-member, 2-vehicle SMM patrol came under sustained mortar, machine gun and automatic grenade fire when attempting to cross the contact line. That happened even though the patrol's movement have been agreed and coordinated in advance with both sides is particularly worrying. I am relieved though to tell you that no one was injured in that incident, and our team escaped after 90 minutes of sustained shelling. In another incident following day in Shirokine, one of our monitors was not so lucky. In what appears to have been a targeted attack, an explosion occurred just 5 meters in front of the SMM Mariupol hub leader. Thankfully, he was not hit by shrapnel, but sustained injuries when struck by concrete debris caused by the impact, and his helmet was chipped. I visited him in hospital in Kiev when he arrived here, where his condition is being monitored. I would like to take this opportunity to wish him a speedy recovery. Apart from demonstrating the bravery and commitment of our monitors, these incidents put to bed the rumor spread by various people that the SMM has no presence in areas of contentions or high violence. I have heard allegations that are quite frankly an insult to my men and women of the SMM who every day place themselves at risk to do their job. The safety and security of our monitors is of course our highest priority, and we have taken a robust response to these incidents both bilaterally with various interlocutors and in terms of various risk mitigation measures. These two incidents follow up on two other incidents last week. One of them saw one of our unmanned aerial vehicles crashing near Mariupol as a result of sustained and sophisticated military-level jamming, and another in which monitors were threatened and vehicles damaged in Donetsk city, and so-called DPR police looked and without taking any action to prevent it happening. Dear friends, all of these incidents, apart from the obvious dangers posed to our monitors, constitute deliberate hostile interference with the work of the OSCE Special Monitoring Mission. They amount to censorship that pose a fundamental challenge to our mission. The core of the SMM's mandate is, after all, to monitor and to report. Let me reiterate that the SMM is an unarmed civilian monitoring mission. Those who target the SMM, either its ability to monitor and report or directly its monitors, need to understand this. In particular, they need to understand that the SMM is not party to this conflict. On the contrary, we are here at the invitation of Ukraine and by consensus of a decision of 57 OSCE participating states, including the Russian Federation, charged with bringing resolution and reconciliation. The events I have outlined here, of course, constitute but a dramatic demonstration of the everyday reality faced by our monitors on the ground. While all sides insist that the SMM has freedom of movement and the freedom to monitor and report in line with our mandate, the reality is different. We still face daily restrictions with checkpoint personnel on both sides regularly delaying or even denying us access. On Monday, for instance, a patrol was not allowed to enter Debaltsevo and another one was refused to enter a heavy weapons storage area. We still have no access to large parts of the Ukraine-Russian Federation international border, in particular on the Luhansk side. Despite this, the OSCE Special Monitoring Mission has continued to monitor the general security situation, noting this week the continuation of a relative calm that commenced the previous week. On 28th July, for instance, only a handful of ceasefire violations were recorded in the Donetsk region. We have also observed fewer ceasefire violations in the Luhansk region over the past week. Such figures do not, however, represent cause for hope. We have observed over the past few months that the pattern of violence ebbs and flows. Only yesterday, for instance, we have recorded 120 explosions at and around the destroyed international airport in Donetsk. This all comes despite the fact that all sides have agreed to a ceasefire involving the withdrawal of heavy weapons from the contact line. They patently do not adhere to this commitment. The SMM is only too happy to report when the sides withdraw weapons or cease fire, but unfortunately this has only been partial or sporadic at best. We have also continued to note, and I was able to witness firsthand during a visit to the Donetsk region at the end of last week, how civilians are caught up in this conflict. Widespread destruction to civilian infrastructure, namely homes, apartment blocks, schools, roads, bridges, railway tracks, was evident when I was traveling down to Donetsk and back. It was a reminder, if I needed one, of the urgent need to bring this conflict to an end. Dear friends, at the end of this briefing, as always, I would like to conclude with an update on our mission numbers. As of this week, the OSCE Special Monitoring Mission has a total of 819 mission members, 516 monitors, 64 other international staff, and 239 Ukrainian national staff. This was my briefing for today. Thank you for your attention.
Thank you very much. Чи є запитання або уточнення у
Is there any question?
questions or clarifications?
If there are no questions, then this brings us to the end of this briefing. Thanks a lot.
Брифінг о 16:00.